Hello, friends. You're welcome to the Wise Builders and My Godly Spouse online weekly platform. My name is Reverend Dolapo Agoradeni. I'm a pastor, I'm a lawyer, and I'm a relationship coach. Is there anything bothering you? Life comes with some challenges sometimes. If you want to rub minds or you want confidential advice, are you single? Do you want to marry? Do you want me to vet your relationship for you? Don't fall a victim. You know, where children of God are, the children of the other side are as well. So, if you know you want to do things right or you've made a mistake and you want counseling, sometimes quitting is not the best way forward. You need to fight it out in a very godly way. You need a godly counsel. So speak to me after the show. My numbers are on the platform and how you contact me. Thank you very much. Looking forward to see you. Sit back, enjoy this show. It comes weekly on Wednesdays, and I trust you will not regret your time. God bless you all. Thank you. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. It's good to have you on board. Good evening. I am Dolapo Agoradeni. If tonight is the first time you're joining us on this platform, you're very much welcome. I welcome you to tonight's episode of the Wise Builders and My Godly Spouse. Let's just wait 1 second for some of our friends to come on board. God bless you. We have a live scenario that I'm going to discuss tonight, and a topic. I've kind of put it in a topic, and it's called respect in a relationship. What does it take for a man to respect his wife and his wife to respect him, and vice versa? You see, that's the issue that we have. I have a live scenario and I want us to talk about it. In all fairness, I spoke with a gentleman for over 2 hours and eventually I couldn't make head or tail of everything that was said. Not because the man was not making sense. The man was making sense, but I just could not unravel or unravel the mystery that surrounded that story. So please, if you're joining us, please, good evening, Ama Shamaiko, good evening. Few people online, good evening, bless you. Let's see you online, good evening, thank you. So, what are we talking about in the context of respect? What does it mean when a woman says, have lost respect for my husband, or I do not have respect? What does it take to have respect in a relationship? The word respect sounds easy, it sounds common, it's one of those things that we say every now and then. But what does it take when we say there's no respect in the relationship? And the man is saying there's no respect in the relationship. So please let's join, and let's see what we can learn tonight. Bless you. So that's what we have. I spoke with a gentleman that's been married for a very, very long time, and then not very too long time, let's say 10 years relationship, and is on the verge of divorce now. They are confused. And the only thing the woman is saying, I listened, like I said, for almost 2 hours, if not over. And we spoke extensively. And sometimes it's painful when you see a man sounding confused, doesn't even know what to do. And I wish to speak to this woman, but obviously he doesn't want me to get involved. But the long and short of the story is the fact that the woman said, I don't have respect for you. And I tried to ask him several questions around respect. I thought I knew what respect was in relationship, but the woman was saying, I don't have respect for you. And after trying to identify a few things that I think might be wrong, eventually, the man said what she actually said was out of that. She said, I respect, so we're going to talk about it. She said she doesn't have respect for you. Amen. Thank you, mom. God bless you. Thank you, ma. So the woman said she doesn't have respect for the man, and that's what made her to cheat. So that kind of broadened and opened up the topic so big, and I just could not get to the end of it. In all fairness, I was going to write the live scenario, but it didn't give me express permission to share it. Though I told him I'm going to use it on the show. It's okay, but it doesn't want me to talk about because they've just started discussing, and he's still trying to kind of protect the marriage and save the dignity of the marriage at this time. So basically, it's a story that they've been together. There was a case of infidelity from the woman, and the man got to know. The extramarital affair was with another man across the globe. So this other man's wife found out that his wife was having an affair, her husband was having an affair with another woman, traced it, find out her husband, now send a catalog of all our discussion with her own husband to her own husband. So to a couple, let's say a couple is in Ghana, for example, and another couple in Canada or in America or UK. So the one in Ghana, for example, is the wife that we're talking about, and she's having an affair with an ex that is in UK. And the ex-wife in UK found out about their affair, and then she looked, that's one thing that social media has done for us now. So if you know your ways are not straight, I keep saying to people, just don't show up on Facebook, or and if you do, just keep your mouth shut. In this case, the woman she didn't say anything, but from her name, the man abroad, the wife abroad try to trace her. Women will protect our own, and she kind of unraveled her identity, and then saw our page, saw, when you say I'm married, Dolakbo married to Dolakbo, and she thought, okay, so you're married, linked her husband, sent a catalog of everything to him, that see what your wife is doing. She's about destroying my home. So that kind of messed things up for this gentleman that has been trying to patch his home. And despite everything, what we found this woman saying is just that I lack respect for you. So, and that made me ask several questions. To be honest with you, it got to a state I thought I was prying into their life, because I said to the man, with no disrespect, the word respect is very big. When a woman says, I lack respect. So I'm going to talk about respect. Please, what do you have to say about respect? And what does it mean when a woman says, I lack respect? I don't have respect for you. So we are talking in the context of relationship now. From the woman's side, I thought I had time. If I had had time, I would have brought people onto the platform to like a Zoom studio, and we project it live. I like that, to hear from the woman's side. We might still do it in future, but the moment I've been so busy, so I just couldn't devote the time to contact them and arrange things. So, but as you're listening to us, because it will be good to assist the man, please, if you have any comment, we won't tarry too long on this. It's going to take 30 minutes, and then I will go on to the next one. So what does it mean that a man lacks respect for the woman? The woman simply said she lacks respect for her husband, and that's the reason why she's cheating on him. It's as bad as she's not even allowing him to have kind of copulate the marriage, or to do, they're not doing anything together sexually. So it's bad, and it's at that stage the man is crying out. He's had enough. It's been going over a year, and that she's not even allowing him to touch her. So what does it take? I will say, before you drop your comment, please drop your comment. I'll try and see on my other platform if anybody has said anything for us to discuss. But basically, one of the things that I know is that respect. Okay, I've seen Pastor Soji John. Okay, he's shared it on the Wise Builder platform, and also all of you are on my platform. Trying to do is, if you know your ways are not pure, just don't show up on social media. And if you do, just keep your mouth shut. Pungent, that's good, sir. Thank you. I was just alluding to what I said earlier on. Thank you, Pastor. So, what do we do about this this man. I will say a few things about respect. Please drop your comments, and I'll flash it, I'll read it out. Respect in the context of relationship is deep. I found it offensive when the guy said, "I've not done anything," and I just said, "How would you haven't done anything?" Thank you, Pastor Titus Abe. Bless you, sir. So if you have not done anything, how logical is it for a woman to say, "I don't respect you, I lack respect for you, and that's why I'm doing all my things"? She's just been deviant throughout the whole thing. She's not allowing him to. They are just, I'll say they're just cohabiting. I can't, there's love lost, they hardly communicate, they don't go out, and she's saying to him, "I'm leaving you. I will leave you, I'm not here, I can't bear to see you, I don't respect you." And I'm like, "Have you ever raised your hand?" He said, "No." He's tried to fend for her as much as possible. So let me speak about what respect is. And if you have any comments, please drop your comment. What do you think respect is in a relationship? And what are the things? Let's be more practical. What are the things? I want it from both sides. I want your opinion on what a man can do to his spouse or to his wife that will make him to lose respect. And on the other hand, I want to know what a woman can do to her husband that will make her lack respect or him lose respect for her completely. Please, let's just talk about this. So, respect, from my point of view, is a cornerstone of any relationship. I know that, but we use the word is so weighty and can be so ambiguous sometimes. We also, no, I like respect for him, I don't respect him, but it's deep. It's for any healthy relationship, respect really matters. So what is this respect that we talk about? I think respect means to recognize your partner as a whole. It has nothing to do with age. You can be older than me and I don't respect you. I've seen a couple that the woman is older, almost 3 years than the man. Nobody knew or nobody knows, and she respects her husband. It's because we are friends to the family. I know, so it doesn't have to do with age. Some of us think, oh, we don't want to marry somebody younger than us, especially men don't want to marry women because it's a cultural thing, which I'm going to talk about. We don't want to marry women that are younger than us because we think the age matter, which it does culturally. Excuse me, where we come from, excuse me, when a woman is older than the husband, it looks down on the husband, and when family knows. But I'm not even talking about now. It's part of it which we'll touch on, but it means that you recognize that your partner is a whole person. Respect has to do with wholeness and not just a way to get something that you want. Some of us just respect because they say we should respect, and once we respect him, there's something where I come from that they say, just call the man, the husband of the woman, let us have peace in the house. They say it like that. It's a kind of saying that if he's a troublemaker, a disrespectful man, let's just deceive him and just say, "Oh, you are very important," so that we can have peace. We're not talking about that. And you find that that's what is in some of the relationship, and you see them and you say, "Oh, hello, sir, hello, ma," and you'll be pretending as if to their face. But the moment your spouse is out there, you talk them down. That's not respect that we're talking about, but it's about realizing the importance. I was speaking to a gentleman today, and he was speaking to me about his needs. He was kind of counseling, but we're rubbing minds. And he was speaking to me about his needs and said his wife doesn't understand him. She looks down on him. She uses all his defects, to take advantage. It's just like if you know that your husband stammers or your wife stammers, that's part of them. You have to understand them as a whole. And that's what respect is. Understand their personality, understand what they stand for, understand who they are. And that is what we are talking about, respect. It has nothing to do with age. And I'll stress it so much tonight. It has nothing to do with age. So It's not just a way to get something that you want. It's not because you want to marry or you respect him so that he can spend money on you, or you respect her because you just praise her. But it's about respecting her personality. And I feel if we respect each other's personality, we will not cross the lines that we are crossing. You know, it means that you know your partner has different experience and opinions from you. QED. That is respect. Respect me for who I am. I respect you for who you are. There could be cultural differences. There could be religious differences. The Bible is clear about don't be unequally yoked with unbeliever. But for those that you've already crossed that boundary, if it's not from your own place of worship or whatever, or religious background, respect. You've taken that person. So respect is, understand each differences. I'm educated, he's not educated, he's educated, I'm not educated. You knew before you married her. You knew before you married him. So there was a case of a woman that was educated and the man was, anyway, they divorced now. The man was not educated. She talks him down everywhere they go when he's talking at the round table with friends and everything. Before the man says Jack Robinson, she snatches the word from him because he feels he's not articulate. And it's so ridiculous. It became a lot of pressure and he looks down. So all these things goes or kind of allude to the fact that, to experience, to respect means that you have to understand each other's differences, and that's what we call boundaries. I know where we come from. This is difficult, and it's one of the issues that is causing divorce. If you look at the ways that we are having divorce nowadays, and historically to what we had before, or to what we had now, or rather before, historically now, the amount of divorce, if compared to what was before, it is miles apart. We can just not quantify it. And it's because people are evolving. Times are changing. So we have to understand that people are getting knowledgeable. Your spouse is getting educated. You are getting educated. You are getting exposed. We're going out. So please, I beg of us, in the name of God, that we should please understand each other's differences. Each other's opinion. Try to know people for who they are. Try to understand them. Please, I don't know if I think my internet is fluctuating on Facebook, or maybe it is me. I can see it's slow, or maybe it's the app, but my Instagram is working fine. Everything is going fine. I can see myself and it's flowing. That's sometimes when you're using app, it kind of distorts the way the flow. So it's easy to show respect, but acting respect difficult a bit, fortunately, as we're going to show. Acting respect and back on so fine. I can see myself is uninterrupted on Instagram. I think we are back on Facebook. It stopped fluctuating. Okay, I know it's when it's fluctuating, it's kind of giving me slow motion move. Apologies, everyone. So as we're saying, culturally, where I come from, Africa, it's a man's thing. Men loves respect. They want to sit back, and this is causing us trouble. I remember a case of a friend. that did a prenuptial arrangement for her husband before coming to UK. And the man was a civil servant, I think a widower. The man will sit at home. This woman is a professional. She leaves home at 6 a.m. She goes to work. By the time she gets to work at 9, she comes back, you know. All right. Okay, the network is back. Bless you. I think it's back on. We're back on. Thank you. Apologies. Thank you, King Oguremi. Bless you. Thank you. Okay, Mommy Ogundeji said it's back now. Thank you. Thank you. We bind every spirit of fluctuating network. So as we were saying, so this lady went to Africa. She brought her husband. That's why nowadays people are reluctant. I have a lot of singles. I don't want to go into that now. I have a lot of singles here and a lot in Nigeria. The ones here don't want the one in Nigeria. I don't know. It's because of these little issues. But our men are not listening. I'm not having a go at men. I'm just talking about issues around respect. So this woman brought the man to UK. This man will sit back. She'll go to work. You are not working. You've just arrived. You're holidaying. You will sit back the whole of the weekend. A professional, she will cook. She will load the freezer. All you need to do is boil rice or do pounded yam or do eba. Eba means gari. Gari is cassava flakes. For those of you that think I'm speaking Spanish, yes, cassava flakes stirred together like a pudding. Yeah, do it. Just mashed potato. All you will need is do mashed potato or something simple. Ghanaian call you fufu. Do something. This man will not budge. He won't do nothing. He will sit down and watch TV all day. This poor lady will be coming and she will call to say, oh, I'm at station. Please, I'll be home in an hour. Babe, oh, darling, or whatever. What are we eating? Have you put something? It's almost like you will come home. She will get home around finishing work at 5 or 5, getting home around 8. And then the man will be sitting there. She will come. So I asked her, did you make stew? I understand some men don't know how to make things like our traditional food. She said, Dolly, my freezer is full of things. All this man needs to bring one out, defrost it or whatever. And after a while, you know what she did? She stopped. Then she will get home and she tell him, so when she's off, either before leaving the work, she will eat. She will get home, she will tell him, I'm not hungry. And then problems started. The man stayed 3 months. She said she had it up to here. As at the time he was going back, it's been stuck in Nigeria back now over 4 years. The woman will not renew. And she did a prenuptial arrangement. So if he's not working, you are not coming back. Friends and family that try to intervene, things like respect. And when we asked the man, he said she wasn't respected. She doesn't cook. As a man, it's my wife that must have me. Times are changing, So culturally, meanwhile, if you marry somebody maybe from a Caucasian background, they don't care. I saw a couple, the white couple, sometimes last month, and we're talking about dishwasher and stuff like that at home. And I went visiting to theirs, and they were talking, and I said, oh, I don't have dishwasher, is my dishwasher. And I started laughing because the woman cooks, the man washes. And their life, I'm talking of people in their 60s, their life is okay. All their children are grown. So culture differs, but respect is vital. So I don't want us to go, because if we go into cultural things now, then, oh, thank you, Pastor Dixon. Thank God the network is now okay to watch our favorite program. Thank you, sir. Bless you, sir. Bless you, sir. So what we're talking about now, culture differs so much. And but respect remains the same, irrespective of where you are or who you are. Everybody wants to be respected. So I'm going to talk few things on respect. Then we'll talk about the scripture that talks about respect. One or two, there are several, but we can't cover all. So the first one is, in any relationship, we have to demonstrate trust. For this man, remember, we are speaking about a life scenario of a woman that simply said, I'm leaving my husband because I lack respect for him. Respect. And I wish I could speak to her. And she said she cheated on him because she lacked respect for him. So I tried to quiz the man severally. Is it because you were not friend? Because there are issues. Please drop your comment. What can make a woman, because that's what we are talking about. We're going to end this in another 10, 15 minutes. So please, for some of you that wants to comment, please do it ASAP. do it ASAP because we're going to the other side. We're talking about the singles as well. So, what can make a man lose respect for his wife? And what acts or what things can a man do that a wife too would say I have lost respect? I know things around trust. I don't want to push more words into your mouth, but I'll start talking about them because I don't want our time to run. I always like us to run the show together so that people can learn. I've counseled this couple, but they can benefit from your counsel as well. That's why it's called Wise Builders. We are all building together. No one person builds a home, so we are all building together. So trust matters in every relationship. I think when we're talking about respect, the first thing I will say that comes to my mind straight, and that's one of the things I said to the man, have you done anything that breached the trust in your, have you cheated on her? Have you been caught lying? Have you been inconsistent? To me, inconsistency matters so much to me. Lies matters to me. It matters to a lot of people. If you're a consistent person, you find it difficult dealing with inconsistencies. So, to demonstrate trust, for us to have respect or to say, I respect my man, once that is breached or broken, once trust is broken in any relationship, respect is gone. But we have this young man that said, I've been faithful, I've taken care of her, I've done this, I've done that. So he could not lay his hand on the fact that he has really breached trust. I said, have you said you are in Abuja and we meet you in Lagos? Those are little lies. Once a woman, I'll speak on the part of a woman and I'll try and flip over vice versa for the men. You can say things that if we have men, we have few men that are watching us online. What are the things that your spouse can do and you will lose respect for her? I've seen some men that says, we're just cohabiting, I can't touch her again. She's irritating because I've lost respect for her. And I know things around cheating. Men values their wife. So a man can cheat, but a man does not allow his wife to cheat. It's the case of a killer that has or an executor that has a knife or cutlass and is willing, he can cut people's head, but when he sees the knife, he's like executionist. He cannot even bear the sight of a cutlass because he remembers his own act. So men usually are protective. So trust, please, let's work on our trust. This woman said, I've lost respect for my husband. But I found it ridiculous that you said you've lost respect for your husband, and that's what is making you to sleep or to cheat on your husband because she was caught cheating. So for me, it doesn't add up. If you've not caught your husband, but she keeps saying that her mind is not in that relationship, according to her, the reason why she lost respect for him is she does not like him. So to her, it's a weird breach of respect to me because it's the same person you marry, but she just said she forced herself in a relationship in the first instance, and that she's realized it's not worth it. And that's why I say, and I will speak on that when I get to our singles forum. If it remains a day and you are not sure, don't go for it. The years you spend on marriage is not as much as the years you spend married. And marital bliss is very, very important. Marital bliss is very, very important. is important. It's not worth it if it's not blissful. Thank you. So it's good to ensure that we demonstrate utmost respect for each other. That's very important. The second thing is, let's be mindful of our communication. Communication is very vital. The main was and it was and have the could be when she the man spread gold so that how is taking thing God. Amen. Thank you. It's either your prayer. Amen. Amen. We have to start praying against network. So, you know, our communication, if I go on our communication, we're back on our communication. Some people have jumped to Instagram because Instagram is so stable. Don't worry, jump back. Don't worry. We are on. We are on. So accountability. So be mindful of your communication. So this woman said, we're talking about a woman that says she's lost respect for her husband, and that's the reason why she's cheating, because she was caught cheating and she's insisting that she's leaving. I'm still going to plead with the man to bring their scenario live so that we can discuss it, because it's so loaded with a lot of things. Over 2 hours, I could not just make head or tail out of it. I just told the man, start praying. He's praying now to discern to what God is going to say, because he's had it up here. And I think there's a limit to human endurance. So the third one is accountability. Once you are not accountable, you see, I know some people think it's ordinary, it's natural, but accountability matters. They call things accountability part. If I'm accountable to you, and if you're dodgy or you are not accountable, there's an issue. A woman, I'll speak from a woman. Please, what do you think? Guys, just drop your comments. What does it mean when a woman say, from a woman's perspective, what can men do or a man do that will make the woman to say, I've lost respect for you? I know infidelity is one. For a woman, when there's infidelity, woman loses respect for their man. When the man is lying, is manipulative, is not straightforward, a woman gets put off. Even if we try, we are covering up. And once respect is lost, it's difficult to restore respect. So for a woman's point of view, I think those things matters when a man is not taking care of, and you're not fending for your fending for your family, your wife and your children. You're lying, you're not consistent, we can't trust you. A woman lacks respect for the man. The man on the other side loses respect for the woman if she commits adultery. That's for, a woman can still forgive the man and find the grace to respect him during adultery. But a man, it's only few. It's the grace of God for a man to catch his wife. And this guy did something well. He said, despite the fact that the woman confessed to adultery, and then she was caught, not red-handed, but he saw all the letters and correspondence of her escapade with this other man. He still found grace in God to forgive her, and because he doesn't want divorce, and he's still working on it. Despite this thing, the woman said, I cannot continue because I feel I've lost respect for you, because I've allowed. So you see, it's so crazy. It's the man that should be saying, I cannot continue with you because I've caught you with another man. But is this woman that's saying, the reason why I'm cheating is because I lost respect for you. And I can't, and that's why I can't allow you to sleep with me or to make love to me, because I know I've shared my body with another man, which is weird and crazy. It's a very crazy scenario that I'm going to bring on board very soon, as soon as I get the man's consent to share their story. Obviously, their names will not be there, but at least I need their consent because he's told me in confidence. So the other one, like I said, we have to be accountable to each other. You cannot just do your thing and you want the other person to respect you. You have to be your timing, your everything about you. You have to be accountable. You can't be dodgy. You can't do your own thing. So you have to be accountable. You have to explain things. Once you are asked question, you must say it. And stuff like that. So the fourth one is respect each other's differences, which I've mentioned earlier on. We all have differences. I'll respect you for who you are. I know most of us have had things like, I respect you for who you are and I want you to respect me for who I am. But we don't know that it's deep. You have to respect me for who I am. Those are my values. Those are my beliefs. I have my sentiments. Everybody has their sentiments. Do you understand? So it's just like somebody that if you marry and he says, okay, I don't eat okra, for example, that is a sentiment. I can try and talk you through, but I won't force you to eat okra. And if I tell you that, this is the way I like to sleep, this is the way I like to do my things, it's good to compromise, but you have to respect me. You can't tell me what rubbish is that. It's not done. It's not, So once we understand each other, so each other's differences, I don't want this, I don't want this. Don't step on my toes and don't take things outside of what I want. So those are let's respect who we are. If I have a disability, if you know it, just treat it like that. If you don't know my disability, leave me to my thing. So know who we are. If you marry a Christian, you have to understand that she's a Christian. She has values, and the things that she says she doesn't want to do, don't force her to do it. That's how you respect a person's personality. Respect me for who I am. Respect. If I say this is the way I want my thing to be done, that's the way I want my things to be done. And if you say this is the way you want your things, that's the way. And finally, before we go to the scripture, is we should give our time to reflect. He said in a marriage, and I think that's the point this couple are in now. I don't know how long they can do this, what they are doing, but it's getting unhealthy. The man, obviously, and I was discussing with another man, but on another issue, and I was trying to tap his knowledge about things, and I said, how long as a man can you hold it, in a marriage, and your wife will not allow you to touch her because she says she doesn't respect you? And the man said, what rubbish is that? How long? I can't, if she's unwell, I know, but for you to tell me that I cannot, I can't allow you to touch me because I don't respect you. So I think they've got to a stage that both of them should give each other time off. I don't, once not well, once not constructed well, separation can have a kind of adverse effects. And adverse effects, if we want to put it that. Separation is good. It's time to reflect, but most people that separate, majority don't come back together. So unless there's violence, I don't opt for separation. Separation is good, but in their own case now, it's getting unhealthy. The man actually said he's struggling. He's a Christian. He doesn't want to compromise, but he started looking into speaking to other women to just take his mind off. So they are cohabiting, they have a child, they get home together, but nothing to be done. And then the man is still trying to cover the dignity by not involving the family. Though I've said at this stage, you have to involve the family. It's getting out of hand. She's told you and she started packing and she's told you that she's going to leave because of the fact that she doesn't have respect. So if we look at Ephesians 5:33, it talks about respect. And I think I'll round up with that. If anybody is not saying, if you're not contributing, we have to, because on this platform now, I do the wise builders for the marriage, and then I do the my godly spouse for the single. So after talking about the scriptures in the next 3, 4, 5 minutes, then we'll go to the singles forum. Stay tuned, you're not going anywhere. It's still on the same page and platform, just that we switch things over. So Ephesians 5:33 says something. He says, however, let each one of you love his wife as himself, and let the wife see that she respects her husband. You see, respect is in the Bible. Respect is in the Bible. It talks about, thank you, Ephesians 5:33. 533. He said, let one of you, each one of us, let each one of you love his wife as himself. So the act of loving, I've said it severally, it is a man that washes his wife with love. On the other hand, men nowadays want us to show them love. You are the one that will initiate the love. Just like Christ washed the church with his blood, you wash her with your love. And then when a woman sees genuine love, nowadays there are a lot of fake love that is conditional love. A lot of conditional love and that's such of the love that this woman is professing for her husband. The things, I think it was conditional because he was spending so much for her. He was buoyant before. Now the man thinks that's the problem, you know, that he is no longer as buoyant as he used to be. And that's why the respect, which I find crazy. If a man has taken you all over the country, not all over the world, few places abroad, is taking care of you, taking care of your home, and things are not well, that should not make you lose respect. Except I don't want to use words for the woman yet because I haven't spoken to her. So, but this is talking to us about let a man love his wife, you know, and then once the wife loves, then the woman should respect. So the duty of respect, if we want to go by the Bible parlance, it means that it's the woman that respects. It's the woman that respects her husband. So, but that doesn't mean men does not respect. So if you look at First Peter 3:7, because I've seen this happen so many times, and our men do quote this. When you love your wife unconditionally, you cannot disrespect her. You will not demean her. You will not look down on her. You will not punish her. You will not cheat on her. You will not be unfaithful. You will not manipulate. You will not lie. So once you have unconditional love, you will not scheme. Then, once that is there, it will be easy for the woman. The woman's place is so easy. A woman is easy. I tell people a woman is easy to sweep up her feet and is easy to just drop her one day and you still think you are still carrying her along because at the end of the day she sees better. So First Peter 3:7, thank you, mommy Folashade Ogundeji. It says, likewise, husband, live with your wives in an understanding way, showing honor. You see, that word respect, honor is respect. So if we look at the first scripture, it puts the burden of proof or is so much on the man to love and the woman to respect. So I think is fluctuating again. I can see it now and I master it when it's fluctuating. Hear the word of God like Mom Falashadi said, careful internet. So but First Peter 3:7 is saying that Woman, husband, love your wife in an understandable way, showing honor to the woman as the weaker vessel. That is to say, I can say that slow down a bit. So, honor, respect, if this as since grace for your which is important. To conclude with it, please to this matter, praying problems messing to him there, or that you try your best. Ensure that you try your best. But if we are talking about respect, we have to see it from the two angles. From a man thoroughly loving his wife and showing understanding. That's what First Peter 3:7 says. Show understanding for her. Sit her down. How many men have actually shown understanding to their wives? A woman got married that was a friend of mine. She got married, beg your pardon, my neck hurts a bit. I've been at my desk all day. So you can see the way it sounded. So a woman got married, and in the course of the marriage, first few days or weeks into the marriage, the man was going to end the marriage because he came with a lot of attitude from her parents' house. Sometimes what we see, she unfortunately came from a single parenting home, and then she doesn't have the experience of a man being in control. So when she got married, she was finding it difficult to submit to her husband, and she was just doing rubbish. But thank God for some men that are knowledgeable. He had a good knowledge of that First Peter 3:7, and sat her down over time. They're still married now. They've been married for about 21 or 22 years now, to the glory of God. And he said to her, he said, I want to know what your problems are. He tried to identify, and he was able to get it. And he started washing her with love, with his words, with his affection, and they are married. And the lady broke down. So sometimes when you respect, don't force them. Don't force the other party. Don't force them to tag along. Try to understand them. That's what that First Peter 3:7 is saying. Show understanding as a weaker vessel. Try to find out from her point of view. And when we were talking about this man, I said to him, have you tried to find out? Maybe she had an abusive relationship because the woman doesn't like sex. And maybe that's why, maybe she was raped. Try and understand, where are you coming from? Where are you? And same for the woman. That's how we show understanding. Remember from the beginning, my definition about respect means that you recognize your partner is a whole person and not just a way to get something you want. It means that you have to know your partner's differences. So this matters so much for us as we round up. Please try to know your spouse both ways. Respect is not what we say, but what we act. We can say, I respect you, but your action must show respect. That you value my opinion, you value my person. When it comes to me, you are not manipulating me. You are not, all these things, once it's lost, once a woman or a man decodes that you are not genuine, it is so bad for us to restore it. So, from my point of view, that's what respect means. Respect is not what we say, but respect is what we act. We have to understand the fact that somebody's personalities and boundaries has to be appreciated. And if you find your spouse coming short, call them, speak to them, let them see what can be done and take it. Okay. Pastor Dixon said, thank you, sir. He said, to whom much is given, much is expected. And I think we are going to end the Wise Builder on that note. Stay tuned. Please don't go. To whom much is given, much is expected. Much is expected. So stay tuned. In the next minute, we are going to flip over and start talking about our singles. We still need to advise them. And then I'm going to read out my singles list to you. God bless you. Just stay tuned.
Hello, friends. You're welcome to the Wise Builders and My Godly Spouse online weekly platform. My name is Reverend Dolapo Agoradeni. I'm a pastor, I'm a lawyer, and I'm a relationship coach. Is there anything bothering you? Life comes with some challenges sometimes. If you want to rub minds or you want confidential advice, are you single? Do you want to marry? Do you want me to vet your relationship for you? Don't fall a victim. You know, where children of God are, the children of the other side are as well. So, if you know you want to do things right or you've made a mistake and you want counseling, sometimes quitting is not the best way forward. You need to fight it out in a very godly way. You need a godly counsel. So speak to me after the show. My numbers are on the platform and how you contact me. Thank you very much. Looking forward to see you. Sit back, enjoy this show. It comes weekly on Wednesdays, and I trust you will not regret your time. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for some of us that stayed tuned. Really appreciate your time. So it's down to our singles now. You know, what technology is able to do nowadays is so awesome. Thank you for everyone. So I think some of our singles that you've joined, you could have benefited from. You see, relationship is relationship. It's just titles that differs, that is married and is single. You know, you find out that all these things that we're saying, I think it's even better for you when you're single to listen so you don't make the same mistake. I find people that says they know so much. You know, one of the problem I have is when I listen to people and they say they know so much and they talk so much and they see them making a mess of their marriages, they wonder what you know. Marriage is a battlefield. It's a place that you go prepared. You go prepared. It's not a try by error thing. It's a determination thing. And that's why I said I'll start on this note. You're listening to me, you're single, you're searching for spouses. Don't sign the knot until, or the dotted line, whatever they say it. Do not sign until you're sure. Years ago, I told a couple and they refused and they are out of the marriage. A friend called me. People call me every time. Don't worry about that. You know, a friend called me sometimes last week and we're talking. And when she shared some of the things she's going through, the unfortunate thing is she spent so much money on this relationship. And I said to her, if I were you, I know money is lost. I will opt out. I will opt out. My peace matters. She's thinking, she said, oh, if not the money I've spent on him, I will just forget about the relationship. So I said, you better forget about the relationship. Money can be regained. It's painful sometimes when you spend money on a guy or a woman. And for me, it's one of my watchwords. I will not spend the money I will regret. I can spend money that I can spend on anybody. But in a relationship, if I'm not sure, I don't spend money that I will regret. Because if the relationship is not there tomorrow, it will be regrets. So be okay, take care of each other, but don't do what you will regret until you're married. So for the singles, please, let's listen. Let us listen to all these things. If somebody like myself and a lot of us that we are talking to you, if we knew half of what we know now, we won't make mistakes in life. We won't make mistakes in life. So for the singles, you're welcome. I think you've learned from what we said. Respect is important. For us, most of us goes into relationship that is disrespectful. Some men ask you to do silly things. Some women ask you to do silly things. Respect yourself. Don't do it if you will not do it. People should respect you for your boundaries. If you say it's a no, it's a no. If you say it's a yes, it's a yes. What you will not take, do not take. What you will take, take. Politely reject what you will not take. I know sometimes it amounts to pressure because people are looking at us, alarm or time is ticking, and we're thinking we're getting older. But respect, what does it mean that when you are single, you should be respected? How can you be respected as a single person? How can you be respected as a single person, whether a man or a woman? Your views has to be respected. Your values has to be respected. What you stand for has to be respected. Even if you don't have status. I have a lot of people on my platform or singles list that do not have status. It doesn't matter. Status is one of the things we acquire in life. It doesn't determine us. It doesn't determine who we are. But you have to be credible for us to know that you are not a gold digger or a gold digging woman, or you're looking for soft landing. So, before I go into the list, this is just to recap on what we have said. I was going to prepare something else for the singles, but I just thought you need to know as well that a man needs to respect you. A woman needs to respect you. Especially us women, because we want to be married. We take anything from our men. We allow them to walk all over us, and we just say, oh. And this lady was sharing with me, Facebook take deliverance. Is it because it's a lot of people on Facebook? I can bet this time about 500 people are doing live show at the same time. Because it's the same network I'm using for Instagram, and my Instagram is as stable as a still water, and Facebook is just doing magic. So I was talking about a woman that wanted to get married. And because into me, and respect is my personal, very so down to things speakable, achievable, enjoyable. Let's tonight. You comport yourself very, very well. Respect yourself, and respect people, and let them respect you. So, my singles list. Please, if you know single, if you know, one of the issues I have lately is because people are not working. A gentleman said to me, I love the woman, I want to propose, but I don't have a work. And I said to him, go and work. Go and find something to do. Stop being lazy. Find something to do, and then you can, because if you propose to a woman now and you don't have something to do, you're just in your 42, you're 43. There's some things you if you take me out, if you take me out, you have to pay. I won't pay. You want to marry me, I'm not marrying you. I will pay. You will pay. You will spend money. You will spend money. So all those things, she will understand. She can support you after that. But we will not go out on a date the first time and you expect me to pick the bill. You invited me out and then you start scratching your head. You scratch your head. So please let us understand that these little things matter. So I have this 57. If you know any singles anywhere, if you know them, as is applicable, please let me know. Inbox me. and then I will connect. I've seen few people that have inboxed that responded, but they are unserious. I'm a gatekeeper. If you are the unserious one, if you are not responsible, you will not see the light of the day. I will not even link you. I will speak to you and I'll end it there. Because this is the reason why these people that I'm listing are coming to me, to protect their dignity, to ensure that system to vet. I can't do all the vetting. I can't finish all the vetting for you. You get to know them yourself. There are things that you have to find out. You have to open your eyes, you have to pray, you have to get to know them, read in between the lines, and if you see anything that unbecoming, run for your life. I say it again, run for your life. A, a broken relationship is better than a broken marriage. Thank you. So I have a 57-year-old mother. She has two grown-up children. She's a support worker. She's a very strong Bible believer. She's one of those that's ready to wait for the will of God. Down to earth and easygoing. She lives in London, UK. She doesn't mind a man from anywhere. She's willing, a man from anywhere, but for her, trustworthiness, reliability has to be it for her. I have another one. She's in UK, a 55 years old divorcee with three children. They are grown up. The last child is 20 years. She needs a pastor, evangelist, brother, somebody zealous for God because she wants to go into the work of the ministry. And that's it. Instagram. We'll see you. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to share that on. Okay, post now. Sorry. Okay, hold on. I'll do that later. So we need that. So she needs somebody because she wants to go into the work of the ministry. So she's not a pastor, but I have another pastor, a pastor lady, actually two pastors. One is 48 and she's in UK, mother of one child. She's a pastor and she lives with her son and she's doing well. She's a professional. Then this 54-year-old pastor in UK, she lives with her son and she's from Edo State, Nigeria, and she resides in UK. These are UK based. They need men. So I have this man. If you know, please, is one of my funniest singles request. Is specific and he wanted an Ondo woman. I've been looking for Ondo woman and I won't break my bone for any Ondo woman. I know they will come along the way. So, any Ondo man, a 57-year-old Ondo man, father of three boys in UK. His last born is 16 years. He wants an Ondo woman to marry. So please contact me. Don't be a time waster. I don't have time anyways. So if you know you don't know what you are doing, don't better come to my platform. Thank you. A 57 years old mother as well. She's in USA. She doesn't mind she doesn't mind a man from anywhere, even Nigeria, but the man has to be hardworking. He has to be God fearing. He must be able to support her. He's not one of those that will come and sit on the sofa and will expect the wife to go to work and still come and feed him. It doesn't work out this time around. And in olden days as well, it doesn't work that way. In olden days, men go to work. It's the woman that stays at home. I wonder how times have changed that a man want to wake up. Ah, God will help me and that man. A man will wake up and sit down, and I will wake up. I'll work like jackal from morning to night. I'm not saying don't relax or whatever, and you expect me that you'll be watching TV. I'll run around like mad and I'll come back and I'll cook for you in your dictionary. If you are out working, I'm cooking. If I'm out working, you will cook and you are not working. If you are not working, you will cook. You will cook. Is it that you work and I cook, or we both work and we eat what we see, or I stay at home? I always like it and I say it. I love it to stay at home. Let my man go and work. That's the way it should be. The Bible says if a man is unable to fend for his family, is what that's than an infidel. Go and work. You have good hands. You have hands. Work. I see people asking me now that they want to. There was a young man that wanted to marry a lady, and he said he doesn't have work. and they gave him some cleaning work to do. And he said he can't do cleaning. You're lazy. And the woman is a carer. What's the difference between a cleaning and caring? So you want the carer to bring you money. They've kicked him out. And they said they kicked him out. She's a carer. She does dirty things. She brings money. You want to sit down and you say you cannot clean? You will clean. So it's either you fend for yourself, but for you to think I'll fend for you and I'll fend for me, it does not add up. A man must fend. The responsibility of marriage lies on the man. We understand the times now. We are ready to support, but we will not bear your burden. We will not bear your burden. It's not on. It's not right. So that is it. We have as I go on with my list, I have a 35-year-old single. You see, one of the issues I have, I'll just say it. A lot of people have come to my platform 2 years ago. They're back now because they are chasing shadows. People say they duped them. I was on a training today where my organization organized a training for blacks in Doncaster. So we did. It's called Cyber. It was the South Yorkshire police that came to deliver the training. It was a Zoom training, but I hosted it on my platform. So what I'm trying to say, whilst the woman was she's from the South Yorkshire police, while she was training us, she now talked about romance scam. I've never heard that again in my life. She was talking about dating and scamming, and that is coming so much now. Don't fall for romance scam. Now, I heard the word for the first time. I couldn't help but laugh. I think after this, I will write something on Facebook before I go to bed. Don't fall for romance scam. They pray. These lazy touts don't have money. They prey on innocent women because they know we are vulnerable. You want to marry, fair enough, your husband will come. So what they do is now they scam and start telling you their father is sick, their mother is sick, they need their money. An innocent woman, they're sending money to them. So they're scamming. Police have started uncovering that. So it's good to go on dating website to expose yourself, but know the website you go to. I'm not saying you necessarily have to come to my website. No, it's still free. I'm not charging money. So whether you're on my website or you are not on my website, you are not doing me any good there. You're doing yourself good. Though very soon, my engineers are working. Very soon, we're going to block the free membership and we'll start charging because I'm paying to sustain these sites and stuff like that. But that is not the contest. What I'm trying to say is, wherever dating site you go, meet people in person. Whoever is somewhere that you have not seen and in established relationship, don't part with your money. They come with a lot of things. They prey on your intelligence. It happens to women, it happens to men. But there's higher percentage of women being taken advantage of on dating sites. They look at your profile, they see you are professional, they put the difference between matchmaking. I'm not canvassing. In all fairness, the difference between matchmaking and dating is you're free to do it your own self. Dating, you expose yourself. Matchmaking, we preserve your dignity and we ensure that the people we are sending to you are real. Not necessarily that they are genuine. There's a difference between somebody being real and genuine. Real person, real account, real personality, real purpose, everything they say, but their genuinity of purpose is only you that can determine that. It's God and you. After you start cutting and dating, you now look for the reason why they are really dating you. Are they looking for soft landing? Are they just using you? Are they desperate? All these things you have to know and you have to decode by yourself. So as we go on, we have a 35-year-old single lady, and then she has a twin, and then she resides in UK. She's very reliable. She's working, a professional, you know, and she's doing well. I have a 50 years old lady in Nigeria, high profile job. She hasn't been married. She's single, no children, and then she needs a man. So if you know anybody responsible, it's a shame that most of the people that we see out today are gold diggers, both men and women, but they're still the genuine one, and that's what this platform is all about. If it's one matchmaking I do in a month, I'd rather is a genuine one than do 20 matchmaking and then people will be suffering. We don't want that. And that's why I do my matchmaking. So, and you see, people don't want it. They've gone several times, they just come to me, and I'm like, okay, and they will go to dating sites and then they will dupe them. One came back about 2, 3 weeks ago, and I said, welcome back after 2 years. And he was recounting how much he has lost. I said, because you have money, because you like you love lies. In most of these dating sites, and for my dating site now, we're working on it, most of accounts that do not have picture and proper profile, I've told them to take them down. We're taking them down, and now, if you are going to register, you have to put your picture and reasonable profile that we know. If not, don't come. Just come for matchmaking. We'll matchmake you. You pay and I'll matchmake you. But if you want to do your thing, you're okay to do your thing. But we want real people. I don't want ghosts on my platform. Thank you. So I have this 37 years old trader and single mother of a child. She's in Nigeria. She's a single mother, young woman, she was unfortunate in her first relationship. She has a 5-year old daughter. She's looking for a man to marry. Please, if she's a trader, she's doing business. If you know any genuine person, let us know. 30-year-old, then I old and is all and she's okay lady. Um we have a 58 years old. I have a 58 years old woman from Ekiti. She's living in United States. 58 years old woman. She's a divorcee and she has a child and she's living in USA. I have a 42 years old widow with 2 children. She lives in Greater London and she's looking for a man. I know her. She's from a good reference. It's kind of unfortunate. 42 years old woman as a widow, and her children are still below 10. What do you expect her? It's better she marries than to born. So she's a very good woman. She's doing well. So if you know reliable men, please bring them out. The men are shy. Women are reluctant now, but they are coming out to say, I want to marry. Um, have a 52 years old woman. She's hardworking. She's a professional. She's in UK here, and she has grown up children, and she's willing to marry. She's ready to marry. So a 52 years old woman in UK, hardworking, professional, a very God lover. very Christian. I can reference her myself. She's willing to get married. So if you know responsible men, but she doesn't want children. So otherwise, I would have matched her to the Ondo man, but the Ondo man wanted children. So the Ondo man doesn't want a woman over 45 because he still wants childbearing age. Now, a 30 years old young man, um, and is inspirational speaker and life coach. He's a good salesman. He says he's looking for a good woman to marry, but he doesn't want somebody that has a child because he's still young. Otherwise, I've got younger ones that have got children, but he doesn't want. So, as I go on, I have a 30 years old young man is a dentist or dental therapist. Is in Nigeria and he wants a woman to marry. That is a 30 years old man, a dental therapist, is in Nigeria. He wants to marry. I have a 44 years old Cameroon guy. I know him personally. He's a very good guy, very, very good guy, father of one, and he's a good Christian, reference from his pastor. He wants to marry. Once you see people that can marry these ones, or please inbox me at any time you watch this video. I have a 36 years old. I wonder what people are looking for. I have all these women and men in the house. I think I have to treat the topic why we are not getting married. I think I have to, if I remember. So I have a 36 years old God-fearing lady. She's in Lagos. She's a second child from her family, and she's a graduate. She lives in Lagos. She's tall and she's pretty, and she's a very, very good Christian. She's a worker in a church, very Christian, good Christian. For her, faith matters in her thing. She's looking for a man to marry. A 32-year-old man too is looking for a man to marry. A 32 years old man looking for a lady. Sorry, a man cannot be looking for a man to marry. They are not gay. So 32-year-old man looking for a woman to marry. Then we have a 45 years old young man. He wants a specific. He wants a lady in UK. He has two children, but all the ladies in UK are saying they don't want from Nigeria. So if you know any lady in UK that is young, that doesn't mind a 45 years old man from Nigeria, I don't mind. So I have another 45 years old logistic expert, and he works at the haulage department of the airport. His marriage clashed a few years ago. He caught his wife cheating on him. He wants a wife to marry. A 52 years old man in Lagos State, a lecturer, part-time lecturer, wants a wife to marry. 52 years old, part-time lecturer, wants a wife to marry. Then I have a 34 years old woman, 34 years old woman. She's from Ondo State. She's in UK here. She's a graduate. She's doing well. She's single, no child, never been married. She needs a man. 34 years old, from a good family. Personal reference, I know her myself. She wants somebody to marry. Now I've got this 51 years old woman. Um, she's a fashion designer, and she's into care, and she doesn't have children, um, and she's easy, decent, and she wants a decent man and hardworking man to marry. So she's 51-year old. She's very, very pretty. I saw her picture. She's very, very pretty, and anyone that sees this one will like her. She's 51, and she hasn't got children, and she wants a man to marry. And finally, on my list tonight is A 48 years old man that wants a woman to marry. Is in UK and he needs a woman to marry. And here comes the end of my list for the my godly spouse. So please, if you know anyone that wants singles, I'll start sharing this on my godly spouse platform as well, because I have more of singles there. I'm concerned about my mature singles than the younger singles. The mature singles are not desperate, but time is not our friend. But we're not desperate and we're going to marry. So if you know anyone, your brother, your uncle, um, I know few of them that are reluctant. I know in our culture, things like matchmaking is too strange, but it could be a means to your end. You don't sin matchmaking. You have not done any sin. You are just exposing yourself, not to danger, but you're positioning yourself. You're not advertising yourself. You're just making your condition known. You're not making your condition known for people to laugh at you, but for, if anybody comes on this platform, you're single. So nobody, and that's why I say to you, if you go on a dating site and you see me there, right? What I'm not there because it's my platform. But let's, for example, on my platform, actually, I'm there. I open a page for myself on my platform and I've got few friends on my dating site, mygodlyspouse.com. But what I'm trying to say is, let's assume you go on another platform, and because that's the sentiment people are afraid of. And I know for us, Africa, as I round up, it's still strange. It's still something new. But don't let's deceive ourselves. People are getting married, meeting people on the platform. It's just like you are at the bus stop and you are anywhere and you see somebody that fancies you. So make yourself available. If you go on my platform or any platform and you see me there and you think you saw me on a dating site, what are you doing there in the first instance before you saw me there? That means you're looking for something and you found something. So it's a place. Singles, being a single is not a sin. So make yourself known that you're single. Network. This is a network virus. I started my tea party, which is a shame, singles tea party, and I had few people that already registered. We're going to have fun. We had a MC, a comedian, and let's hope into next year because I'm not doing any of such now because of the virus. But it would have been a very good one. It was supposed to be a periodic one to get singles out to mingle in a very confined and good way, and then we make things happen. But at the same time, we do this. I don't know how I can do it virtually. I'm still thinking around my head, because it's still something that we are laid back with. But get yourself ready. Wedding bells. We're in July, going to August. Actually, we're in August. Before you know it, it's the end of December. Let's make you visible. Let's match make you. Contact me on the number down, and if it's for counseling, just give me a call. A gentleman was tactic. He called me and said he wanted counseling, but I actually needed matchmaking. So I started fixing him up, and I said, "Listen, stop going around the bush. Just say your problem. You want me to match somebody. I will look for somebody for you." So contact me on 07191149997. My number keeps flashing there. If you cannot get me, send me a text. I respond more to my text than my calls. several calls in a day. I will get to it, but I may not get to it within a day. Or a text or WhatsApp message, I respond
Hello, friends.
almost
You're welcome to the Wise
immediately.
Builders
The Lord
and My
will
Godly
bless
Spouse online
you.
weekly platform. My name is Reverend Dolapo Agoradeni. I'm a pastor, I'm a lawyer, and I'm a relationship coach. Is there anything bothering you? Life comes with some challenges sometimes. If you want to rub minds or you want confidential advice, are you single? Do you want to marry? Do you want me to vet your relationship for you? Don't fall a victim. You know, where children of God are, the children of the other side are as well. So, if you know you want to do things right or you've made a mistake and you want counseling, sometimes quitting is not the best way forward. You need to fight it out in a very godly way. You need a godly counsel. So speak to me after the show. My numbers are on the platform and how you contact me. Thank you very much. Looking forward to see you. Sit back, enjoy this show. It comes weekly on Wednesdays, and I trust you will not regret your time. God bless you all. Thank you.